If you have been told that walking is the best exercise for aging, you have only heard half the story. While walking is excellent for your heart and lungs, there is one specific movement that orthopedic surgeons often value even more because it is the #1 predictor of whether you can live independently in your own home. In this video, we will break down that essential chair exercise along with 7 other strengthening moves you can do right now to future-proof your body. 1. The sit to stand. The single exercise mentioned in the title is the sit to stand. You might be wondering, how can getting out of a chair be better than walking? Walking is an aerobic activity. It keeps your heart strong. But walking does not build significant muscle mass, especially in the upper legs and glutes. The sit to stand builds raw power. As we age, the first thing we lose is power, the ability to generate force quickly. When you lose leg power, you struggle to get out of a car, off the toilet, or up from a deep sofa. This loss of independence is what surgeons see right before a fall occurs. This exercise reverses that loss. Here is exactly how to do it. Start by sitting in a sturdy chair. It should not be a soft recliner that you sink into, but a dining chair with a firm seat. Ideally, the chair should be high enough that your knees are at a 90-degree angle when your feet are flat on the floor. Place your feet hip-width apart. Scoot forward slightly so your back is not resting against the back of the chair. You want your spine to be holding itself up. Now, the goal is to stand up without using your hands. This is the true test of independence. Cross your arms over your chest. If that is too difficult, extend your arms straight out in front of you for balance. Lean your upper body forward slightly from the hips. We call this nose over toes. This shifts your center of gravity over your feet. Press your heels firmly into the ground. Drive through your heels and stand up all the way until your hips are fully open and you are standing tall. Do not stop halfway. Squeeze your glutes, your butt muscles, at the very top. Then, slowly, sit back down. The sitting down part is just as important as the standing up part. Do not flop down. Control the descent. Imagine you are trying to touch the chair as softly as possible. This eccentric, lowering motion builds incredible strength in the thighs. This protects your knees in daily life. Repeat this 10 times. If you cannot do 10, start with 3. If you cannot do it without hands, place a cushion on the chair to raise the seat height. A higher seat makes the movement easier. You can modify this to your level. Why is this better than walking for muscle? Walking requires very little range of motion. The sit to stand takes your hip and knee joints through a much larger range, activating more muscle fibers. It targets the quadriceps, the hamstrings, the glutes, and the core all at once. This supports your entire lower body structure. If you do this every single day, you are essentially lifting weights using your own body weight. It signals to your body that you still need these muscles to function. It prevents the atrophy, muscle wasting, that leads to nursing home admissions. Most older adults can start this today. 2. Seated leg extensions. Here is another simple habit that supports the first one. To perform the sit to stand safely, your knees need to be stable. The muscle responsible for stabilizing the kneecap is the quadriceps, specifically the muscle right above the knee. Seated leg extensions target this muscle exclusively. Sit all the way back in your chair. Hold onto the sides of the seat for stability. Keep your back straight. Slowly straighten one leg out in front of you. Extend it until your knee is completely straight and your foot is off the floor. Flex your foot, pulling your toes back toward your shin. This locks the leg straight. Now, squeeze the muscle on top of your thigh. Hold that squeeze for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. You should feel the muscle tightening right above the kneecap. Then, slowly lower the foot back to the floor. Do not let gravity drop the leg. Control it on the way down. Repeat this 10 to 15 times on the right leg, then switch to the left. You might feel a burning sensation in the muscle. That is good. That is the feeling of the muscle fibers waking up. This builds armor around your knee joint. Many seniors suffer from knee pain or arthritis. They often stop exercising because it hurts. This exercise is non-weight bearing, meaning you are not putting your body weight on the joint. It allows you to strengthen the muscles without grinding the joint. This is easy on the joints. By strengthening the quadriceps, you take the pressure off the knee bone. Strong muscles act like shock absorbers. When you walk, step off a curb, or climb stairs, strong quads absorb the impact, so your bones don't have to. This helps the body function more easily. You can do this while watching television. You can do it while eating breakfast. It is invisible work that pays huge dividends in mobility. This fits into any routine. 3. Seated high knee marches. Another helpful step focuses on the front of the hips. One of the most common causes of falls in the elderly is tripping. Tripping happens when you do not lift your foot high enough to clear an obstacle, like a rug edge or a door frame. The muscles responsible for lifting your foot are the hip flexors. Sitting for long periods causes these muscles to become weak and tight. When they are weak, your gait becomes a shuffle. You stop picking up your feet. This exercise retrains the lift. Sit tall in your chair. Do not lean back. If you lean back, you are cheating. You want your core to be engaged. Lift one knee as high as you can toward your chest. Imagine you are marching in a parade. Lift the knee until your foot is a few inches off the floor. Hold it there for a second. You will feel a pinch in the crease of your hip and engagement in your lower abs. Lower it down slowly and switch legs. March in place while sitting. Left, right, left, right. Aim for 20 marches total, 10 per leg. This improves your clearance height. If you find this easy, you can add resistance. Place your hands on your knees and push down slightly while trying to lift your knee up against the pressure of your hands. This turns a simple movement into a strength exercise. This is simple to do at home. Strong hip flexors allow you to step into a bathtub safely. They allow you to climb stairs without dragging your toes. They are the engine of your stride. Most older adults can do this comfortably. By practicing this in a chair, you eliminate the risk of falling over while trying to balance on one leg. You get the strength benefit without the balance risk. This keeps you safe and healthy. 4. Seated heel raises. One more easy change targets the lower leg. The calf muscles are vital for circulation. We often call them the peripheral heart. Every time your calf muscle squeezes, it pumps blood from the legs back up to the heart. Weak calves lead to swelling and poor balance. The seated heel raise strengthens this pump. Sit with your feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Sit up tall. Push the balls of your feet into the floor and lift your heels as high as they will go. You should come up onto your tiptoes. Your ankles should be fully extended. Squeeze the calf muscle at the back of your lower leg. Hold the squeeze for 2 seconds. Then lower your heels back to the floor slowly. Do not crash down. Repeat this 20 times. This is a very small movement with big benefits. If you want to make it harder, you can lean forward and put your elbows on your knees. The weight of your upper body acts as resistance, making your calves work harder to lift the heels. This adds intensity safely. This exercise strengthens the ankles. Weak ankles are a major cause of instability. If your ankle rolls easily, you are more likely to fall on uneven ground. Strong calves stabilize the ankle joint. This improves your balance foundation. It also helps with walking speed. The calf muscle provides the push-off at the end of a step. If you have no push-off, your walking becomes slow and labored. Restoring this snap to your step makes walking feel effortless again. This helps reduce fatigue. You can do this anywhere, in a waiting room, at a restaurant, or on the bus. No one will even know you are exercising. This fits into any routine. 5. The hover. Hold here is another simple habit that builds isometric strength. We talked about the sit to stand. The hover hold is a variation that builds incredible control. It stops you in the hardest part of the movement. Start exactly as you would for the sit to stand. Feet flat, nose over toes. Begin to stand up, but instead of standing all the way up, stop when your bottom is just 2 or 3 inches off the seat. Hover there. Your muscles will scream. Your legs will shake. This is normal. You are asking your muscles to hold your body weight against gravity without moving. This is called isometric contraction. Hold it for 3 to 5 seconds. Then sit back down slowly. This teaches your body control. Many seniors plop into chairs because they lack control in this specific range of motion. Plopping is dangerous. It can cause spinal compression fractures if the chair is hard. The hover hold fixes the plop. It builds the braking strength you need to lower yourself gracefully. It creates a safety buffer. If you can hover, you can certainly stand. This keeps the body balanced. Try to do just 5 of these holds. They are intense. If you feel pain in your knees, do not go as low or skip this one and stick to the full sit to stand. Always listen to your body. Most older adults can try this safely. 6. Seated pillow squeeze. Another helpful step targets the inner thighs. The muscles on the inside of your thigh are called the adductors. They are often neglected. We focus so much on the front and back of the legs that we forget the inside. These muscles are crucial for pelvic stability. They help keep your knees aligned. If your adductors are weak, your knees tend to cave inward when you stand or walk, which puts tremendous strain on the knee joint. You will need a throw pillow or a small ball. Sit in your chair. Place the pillow or ball between your knees. Squeeze your knees together as hard as you can. Imagine you are trying to pop the ball. You should feel the muscles on the inside of your thighs engaging. You might also feel your lower abdominal muscles tightening. Hold the squeeze for 5 to 10 seconds. Then release, but do not let the pillow drop. Just relax the tension. Repeat this 10 times. This strengthens the pelvic floor as well. Because the adductors are connected to the pelvis, squeezing them often activates the pelvic floor muscles. This can help with bladder control, which is a common concern as we age. This supports dignity and confidence. This exercise stabilizes the hip joint from the inside. When your hips are stable, your lower back is protected. Many cases of lower back pain are actually caused by weak hips. This helps the body function more easily. It requires no gym equipment. A couch cushion works perfectly. You can do this while reading a book or watching the news. This fits into any routine. 7. The staggered stance. One more easy change is an advanced variation. Once you have mastered the regular sit to stand, you can try the staggered stance. This is for people who want to correct muscle imbalances. Most of us have one leg stronger than the other. Maybe you favor your right leg because of an old injury on the left. Over time, the strong leg gets stronger and the weak leg gets weaker. The staggered stance forces the weak leg to do its share. Sit in your chair. Instead of having your feet side by side, slide one foot back slightly, just so the toes of one foot are aligned with the heel of the other. Keep both feet flat on the floor. Now perform the sit to stand. Because one foot is further back, that leg will naturally take more of the load. It will have to work harder to push you up. This isolates one side gently. Do 5 repetitions with the right foot back, then switch and do 5 repetitions with the left foot back. You will likely notice that one side is much harder. That is your weak side. That is the side you need to focus on. By evening out your strength, you prevent limping and reduce the risk of injury. This creates a balanced body. Start cautiously with this one. You do not need to stagger the feet very much to feel the difference. A subtle shift of just 2 or 3 inches changes the mechanics significantly. This keeps you safe. 8. Post-movement protein. Here is a final simple habit that is nutritional. Doing these chair exercises signals your body to build muscle, but the signal is useless if you do not provide the building blocks. You cannot build a house without bricks. Protein is the brick. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing protein. We need more protein than younger people to get the same muscle-building effect. Eat protein immediately after your chair routine. You do not need a protein shake. It can be simple food, a hard-boiled egg, a small cup of Greek yogurt, or a piece of cheese. Aim for 15 to 20 grams. This feeds the muscle right when it is hungry. The 30-minute window after you exercise is when your muscles are most receptive to nutrients. This maximizes your effort. If you exercise but do not eat protein, your body might actually break down muscle to repair itself. You want to be in a surplus, not a deficit. This supports recovery. Hydration is also key here. Muscles are mostly water. If you are dehydrated, your muscles will cramp and recover slowly. Drink a full glass of water with your protein snack. This keeps the body balanced. By combining the king of exercises, the sit to stand, with these supporting movements and proper nutrition, you are doing more for your health than a casual stroll around the block ever could. You are building a fortress of independence. You are ensuring that you can get up, get around, and take care of yourself. That is the ultimate goal of senior health. If you know someone over 50 who could benefit from this, share this video and subscribe for more simple health tips.